What if I told you that 3 simple vitamins could be the difference between dragging yourself through the day and feeling like the strong, energetic, confident man you were 20 years ago? I know what you're probably thinking. Here we go again, another doctor promising miracle pills. But stay with me for a moment because I've seen firsthand what happens when older men give their body the exact nutrients it's been missing. I'm Dr. Sofia. I've been practicing medicine for over 7 years, specializing in men's health, energy, and vitality after 50. And I can tell you what most men think of as just aging often comes down to a few very fixable vitamin deficiencies. And today, I'm going to walk you through the 3 essential vitamins every man over 50 needs. Not just to boost energy, but also to sharpen your mind, improve your circulation, and yes, restore your performance in the bedroom. Before we dive in, quick favor. Tap the like button to support the channel and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from around the world. I love knowing where my community of men is tuning in from. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. We've got a lot of powerful topics coming your way. All right, let's get into it. Here's the truth. By the time you hit your 50s and 60s, your body has been working overtime for decades. Testosterone naturally declines. Your gut doesn't absorb nutrients as efficiently. Circulation slows. Most doctors look at this and shrug. That's just aging. Maybe they hand you a prescription. Maybe they tell you to accept it. But here's what they often miss. A huge percentage of these struggles aren't just age, they're deficiencies. Simple, correctable shortages of nutrients your body needs to function like it's supposed to. That's where today's 3 vitamins come in, and I'm not exaggerating when I say they can be game changers. In my practice, I've seen men in their 60s and 70s, men who were exhausted, drained, frustrated with their lack of drive, completely turn things around once they optimize these 3 nutrients. So, here's what we're going to cover. The 3 specific vitamins that directly affect your energy, performance, and confidence. Why almost every man over 50 is deficient in them, how much you actually need, and the best, most practical ways to get them. And by the end, you'll have a clear action plan that you can start this week. Let's start with the big one, vitamin D3. I like to call this the vitality vitamin for men. Now, when most people think of vitamin D, they think bones, maybe preventing fractures. But that's like saying your smartphone is only good for making calls. Vitamin D3 does so much more, especially for men. Here's what the research shows. Men with healthy vitamin D levels consistently have testosterone levels that are 25 to 30% higher than men who are deficient. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between feeling sharp, strong, and driven, or feeling like a shadow of yourself. But here's the kicker. Studies show over 80% of men over 60 are deficient. Why? 3 reasons. As you age, your skin is less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D. You're probably spending more time indoors. And if you live anywhere north of Atlanta, you're simply not getting enough year-round sun exposure. And here's something most men don't realize. Vitamin D3 doesn't just help testosterone, it also improves circulation. One large study of over 3,000 men found that those with healthy vitamin D levels had significantly better erectile function. Why? Because vitamin D3 is crucial for healthy blood vessels. And healthy blood vessels mean healthy blood flow everywhere, including where it matters most. So, how do you fix it? Step 1. Ask your doctor for a simple blood test called a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. Step 2. Don't settle for normal. Normal and optimal are not the same thing. You want your levels between 40 and 60 nanogs per milliliter. Step 3. For most men, that means supplementing with 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily. But here's the trick. Because vitamin D3 is fat-soluble, you need to take it with a meal that contains fat. Eggs, nuts, or even just a splash of whole milk can double your absorption. Vitamin number 2, B12. Next up, vitamin B12. Think of this as your spark plug vitamin. Without B12, your body simply cannot convert food into energy. It's like trying to start your car without spark plugs. The fuel is there, but nothing ignites. Now, here's the problem for older men. After 50, your stomach produces less acid, and stomach acid is what frees B12 from the food you eat. Without it, you could be eating steak, eggs, fish, plenty of B12-rich foods, but your body can't access it. What happens when B12 runs low? Fatigue that sleep doesn't fix, brain fog, mood swings, reduced nerve function, and yes, reduced interest and ability in intimacy. In fact, one study found that men with B12 deficiency were 3 times more likely to experience erectile difficulties. Why? Because B12 is essential for red blood cells, oxygen transport, and nerve health. If your nerves can't fire properly and your tissues don't get enough oxygen, you can guess what happens to your performance. So, how much do you need? For most men over 60, I recommend 500 to 1,000 micrograms daily, but the form matters. Look for methylcobalamin or adenosylcobalamin. These are active forms your body uses immediately. Avoid cyanocobalamin. It's synthetic and harder for your body to process. And here's a practical tip. Consider a sublingual B12 supplement. That's one you let dissolve under your tongue. It bypasses digestion entirely and goes straight into your bloodstream. Vitamin number 3, C. Finally, let's talk about a classic, vitamin C. Most men think of it as the cold prevention vitamin, but that's just scratching the surface. Here's why vitamin C is absolutely essential for vitality after 50. It supports collagen production, keeping your blood vessels strong and flexible. It helps your body make nitric oxide, the natural compound that allows blood vessels to relax and expand. Without nitric oxide, your circulation suffers everywhere. It also lowers cortisol, your stress hormone, and chronic stress is one of the biggest testosterone killers there is. One fascinating study found that men over 60 who took 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C daily for 8 weeks saw significant improvements, not just in energy, but also in erectile function. So, how much do you need? Aim for 1,000 to 2,000 milligs daily, split into 2 doses. Food sources include bell peppers, berries, kiwi, and broccoli. But for therapeutic levels, you'll probably need a supplement. Look for vitamin C with bioflavonoids. They help with absorption and bring their own antioxidant benefits. All right, let's tie this together into a practical game plan. Get tested. Don't guess your vitamin D and B12 levels. Know where you stand. Start small. Add 1 vitamin at a time. Give yourself a week or 2 before layering in the next. That way, you'll know what's making the biggest impact. Make it routine. Link your vitamins to something you already do, like morning coffee or brushing your teeth. Consistency is what creates results. Be patient. Some men feel better within days, especially with B12. But for deeper changes like circulation and performance, give it 4 to 6 weeks. Now, I want to pause and remind you of something important. Taking control of your health after 50 isn't about turning back time. It's about optimizing, giving your body the tools it needs to work the way it was designed to. No matter your age, you don't have to accept fatigue, foggy thinking, or disappointing performance as your new normal. You don't have to resign yourself to feeling like a lesser version of who you once were. The truth is, small changes add up. And these 3 vitamins, D3, B12, and C, aren't just about nutrients. They're about freedom. Freedom to wake up with energy. Freedom to stay active, to think clearly, to feel confident in your body again. So start today. Your future self will thank you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps more men find this kind of content. And don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed practical health strategies for men over 50. I'm Dr. Sofia, and remember, you're never too old to feel great. You just need the right tools and the commitment to use them. I'll see you in the next one.